Hey, what's up guys? Just wanted to introduce you to my new Honda Civic Si 2010. This is actually my third Si ever owned. My very first Honda was an Si back in '09. I picked up an '07 sedan, which I loved and I regret getting rid of. I missed it ever since. I'll tell you the story about that one in a little bit here, but that one I ended up trading it in for 2013 Si, I'm sorry, 2012 Si, the 9th gen, and I regretted it. I regretted getting rid of my 8th gen, and the 9th gen was a nice car, but it just didn't perform as well as the 8th gen. My 07 was my first experience with Hondas, with K20s, and I really enjoyed my 8th gen. Handling was great. Handling was actually better, in my opinion, than the 9th gen. Braking was better in the 8th gen than the 9th. Brake distribution was better on the 9th. Every time I tried braking a little bit hard or aggressive, it just didn't seem like it was braking all at once like the way these do. So handling, of course, was a lot softer. That I did not like at all. The seats on the 9th gen, they're not as bolstered as these are. So I was like, you know, it's just not my Civic. So don't get me wrong, the 9th gen is a nice looking car. It's still an Si, so gotta love the family. And the K24 is an awesome motor. I love the additional torque it had, but I don't know, it's just something about the 8th gen that I really enjoyed and I really missed, that I just wanted to try to get that same experience one more time. So I recently just picked this up a couple weeks ago, just to talk to you guys a little bit about my experience. I had an '04 Chevy Trailblazer that I've had for about a year that all of a sudden just started to go bad on me. A bunch of things just went wrong with it, so I'm like, you know what, I think it's just time to trade it in. I got rid of it. I was looking for an Si, see if it'll fit my price range that I was looking for, and sure enough, I found this one. This here is a very clean example. When I drove up to the dealership and I checked it out, I'm like, hey, this thing is awesome. I love how clean it is. The passenger seat doesn't have any bolster wear. The driver's seat doesn't have any bolster wear, but I put this cover on just to keep it clean and to minimize the wear on it. The floor mats were really good. I just put that there just so it can so it won't wear as much. Otherwise, everything was really clean on this one. So I fell in love with it right away. Sure enough, talking to the salesperson, he started telling me, hey, well, you know what, this is what we did to it. And the thing that sold me on it was, he's like, yeah, you know, we just put a new clutch on it, so that should be good to go. And I was like, dang, you know, the car's got 100,000 miles, which I'm willing to bet are highway miles, and I'll tell you about that story later on. But otherwise, they just put a brand new clutch on it, which was my concern when I saw online the miles that it had on it. And I was thinking like, hey, you know, what am I going to get myself into? What's it going to cost me to bring it back up to where I want it, back to a platform where I can just start building it from there. So of course, everything is good. Everything is 100% original. It's 100% stock. But I'm very happy to get back into the 8th platform once again. So let me just tell you a little bit about my experience at the dealership. These are some of the things that let's take a look. So this is a service receipt that they've done to it, just to show you guys that I felt very lucky to find a car like this that's super clean, and some of the maintenance that they've done on it. So basically on this one here, they replaced one tire. I'm guessing it was probably flat. They rotated the tires on this. They replaced the fog lamp. Those probably just cracked or something. They Regular car inspection, oil and filter change. Of course, they're all going to do that. Castrol GTX, hey, why not? But we got to change that to 530 soon, so it's good for now. Replace a tire. Brakes were... Oh, brake work. They put a new wiper on it as well. So the brake work basically on this one here, the rear pads were gone, so they replaced those, replaced the clutch assembly, replaced everything there. So I was like, oh my god, that's so awesome. I can go another 100,000 miles with no worries. Brand new clutch. And they drained and refilled the trans fluid, so that's perfect. Transmission side is done. They freed up the rusted slide pins on the rear calipers, so that's perfect. And let's take a look what else. Oh yeah, because they started pulling a little bit on my test drive, I'm like, hey, you know, let's see if we can work out a deal. I'll take the car if you guys can help me out with the alignments. Sure enough, they did it. They did inspect it, and once they did, they found out that the front caliper pins were seized up. They needed to be cleaned, so that took care of the alignment. Otherwise, I mean, as you can see, they did it. Some nice work to it. So with that, I'm very, very happy with my purchase. Of course, it's bone stock. The interior is awesome. It's perfect, super clean, and even my knob is actually pretty clean. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, my knob is actually pretty clean. Everything is clean here, no major wear there. But it did a really good job getting it detailed. Here and there, I did find some. I just gotta wipe that off. I did find some pet hair. So I'm like, you know, the last person probably had a pet in here, and you know, whatever. But they did clean it up a little bit. Really, really good. But I do love the car. I do miss it. I miss the handling. I miss the performance. I miss the old Z3. And I want to take you guys through my little journey on what I have planned for this car right now. I'll show you the engine bay. Right now, I am trying to get some things lined up to get started on what I want to do. But the first thing, of course, first things first, do 100% all maintenance, make sure everything's good. So I know the brakes are good, suspension is perfect, everything is super clean in the interior, and of course with the engine bay, I'll show you here. Alright, here with the engine bay, I did ended up taking some stuff off, like the intake assembly, the intake cover off of there. I did clean the engine a couple times already, but otherwise it's fairly clean. It's fairly clean. And I miss pulling up my hood and seeing my supercharger I once had there. That was an awesome experience that this car really needed. But yeah, I'll talk about some of the plans that I have with you guys on another video. But yeah, so far everything's good, everything's perfect. Very happy. And let's take a look. But yeah, like I said, I'm very happy for the car. I just want to introduce you guys to the new car, and then if you guys get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. And I'll be making some more videos on my little journey, and I got a couple little things in mind that I want to talk to you guys about and share with you guys. But yep, that's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Post them up. Thanks.